We are back. We are back. I don't want nobody ever say anything about The Walking Dead anymore. Cause with this episode is we back. It's really showing what we've been missing with Rick and Michonne in the series. It's just kind of on point. So I just finished watching The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live, episode 1. And before I get into spoiler stuff, I gotta say this was a great episode. If you don't want to be spoiled on the plot, this is where you jump off and you go double check it, see what's going, go watch the show real quick. If you just want to see if it was worth it, it's worth it. So I'm just get into like a quick little synopsis of what happened. And then we can just decompress, just kind of how we feel about it. It starts off with Rick like in a room, I guess, looking off like at the little CRM compound or whatnot, like looking out the window, and he's narrating this too, like he's like almost like he's writing, like you hear him narrating like as if he's talking to Michonne, but you see him, he has a little glass shard. He like puts it to his neck, like. Is Rick thinking about, offing himself? Then he's like, nah, I'm Rick. I don't do that, right? I don't do that. So, but you can see, like, he's, like, it's been weighing on him that he hasn't been able to be with his, I guess, with Michonne and his daughter, Judith, right? So then it takes us, like, 5 years back. Or, like, I guess, like, right after everything kind of happened, but, like, 5 years back, right? And you see Rick and other people who are, I guess, like not quite a citizen yet or not quite soldiers yet, who are, I guess, like working like the work detail for the CRM, and they're out there to, I guess, to kill zombies. And you see Rick, he got him an axe, which is like, okay, Rick with the axe or Rick with a machete is kind of what you want to see. You're looking for that grit, that old Rick. So you see Rick a thing, and he's going off and he's killing zombies. Well, you notice as he's killing zombies that he has like a little like tether that's hooked to a soldier like behind him. So Rick really killing zombies. It's like, yeah, that's what we do. This is Rick. This is big time Rick, right? So Rick is really killing zombies, and then he kills zombies, but then the tether hits. Like he gets so far, I guess, like killing zombies that it tugs on tether and it pulls him back. So the dude's like, Rick, you're going, basically, like, I don't know if he called his name, but he's like, Rick, you're going too far. So Rick is like, oh, he's like, no, it's just, I got a little carried away. Well, then you see Rick, it's been down, because the tether's like hooked to his left hand, right? He's like down, and you see Rick with his axe, and he's like, this is what I gotta do to get back to them. And you're like, no. Is this how we started off the series? And sure enough, Rick chops off his head, and the boy's bleeding out quick. He's bleeding out quick. It was like, I don't know if Rick really thought this all the way through. Well, so he's bleeding out, and Rick tries to take off and start running or whatever, right? So he tries to escape. That escape goes horribly. I think it just goes left, right? It doesn't get thinking, and of course the CRM captures him yet again, and then you realize that Rick has done this multiple times. He has, I guess, he's known for trying to escape because he's trying to get back to his woman, but you realize this happened multiple times. The next scene puts us like where I guess he's working. Well, actually, it before it gets there, it kind of flashes you to a dream that Rick's having where he's running into Michonne like in just like the regular world or whatever. Like he's like asking direction, and you can see that they're like smitten with each other. And it's like it shows like a cool, I guess like a good little repertoire between the two characters, and just kind of showing, I guess, Rick fantasy of him, like I guess him meeting his woman in normal life type thing. But he wakes up from that, and you see his stump. So sure enough, yes, Rick is handling. All right, so You see Rick with you see that he wakes up, he got the stump, so it's like, yeah, for sure, he done cut his hand off, and it's like, even though I know it's supposed to happen way back when, I wasn't ready for one arm Rick, right? The next thing you see, Rick is working like the work detail again for just like with the people who haven't quite made it into the, I guess, like the work detail for the CRM, right? And he's killing zombies. And as he's killing zombies, this guy, I think his name is it was Okaforth, who's like he's like a soldier. He's like a soldier. I'm guessing he's like a high ranking soldier, or whatever. He's talking to Rick, and he's like, yeah, he's like that's basically telling him like you should have joined up the in the army, like with the CRN army. I think that you would be good for it. You should have joined. You should have joined when I first asked you to basically join. You wouldn't have to lose your hand, right? You playing each time you run, we bring you back, and you realize that I guess whenever Rick came to the CRM, they quickly realized that hey, Rick might be a problem. This dude Okaforth is the dude that keeps trying to, I guess, that's been vouching for him, whatever, right? That's trying to tell him, basically letting him know that hey, he can turn this guy into something more. So he tells Rick, he's like, you need to come on, basically join the army, like join the regime, whatever, like just with the CRM. He said, I got the uniform is already in your room. Basically, you need to go and put it on it. And Rick is basically telling him like, I'm never gonna go stop looking for my girl. I don't know what magical world you live in where you think that I'm supposed to be out here without a chick, but I'm never gonna stop looking for. I'm never gonna stop looking for. And the dude's trying to basically make sure that Rick know, like, hey, I feel you, but the place that you are, not a lot of people want to run away from this, right? This is the place, and you can't run away from it because we can't let you not be. We can't let our secret get out, type thing, right? So Rick hears all this fast. Dude tell him basically like the uniforms and the thing. Rick goes like leaving the work detail. That's when he runs into our next new character, Thorn. Thorn also works on the work detail, and she greets him by throwing like a glass at him. She's been drinking with him, and he's and he's looking like, what the hell? And she basically let him. She's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be throwing glasses. I should be thanking you because basically you showed me that it's no escape. And you could kind of see in her face that it hurt her the fact that he wasn't able to escape, or that she's losing hope on her escaping. So you see that they kind of have a little duality there, where they both don't want to be a part of this new regime of CRM people. All right. The next scene basically takes you to where you see Rick talking to Rick. The dude's kind of random. Let me see. Do I remember this dude's name? I don't remember the dude's name exactly. Whatever, but whatever it is, Rick's been he's been basically chatting up Rick, I guess, throughout his tenure of being here at the CRM, right? And the guy's like, basically telling Rick that, hey man, when I first came here, you didn't talk to me, but I could have wore you down. I don't know exactly what this is, but we kind of friends. And I'm supposed to go join. Well, I'm supposed to go become a citizen. And you realize that the CRM, the way it's set up is the newer people here don't get to go into the city, right? And the city is basically where all the civilians live. And the civilians live a good life as far as in the city. And then the military basically take care of everything outside of the city. So the military basically makes sure that everybody who's a civilian gets to have a good life by doing whatever stuff they do on the outside. The civilians don't have anything don't have any say on what the military do, and the military makes sure that the civilians have a good life on the inside of the part. And the people who are what I say quote unquote doing the work detail, they have to do so much work detail to earn citizenship into the city, right? So the boy, he's about to go. He tells Rick that of course he's gonna go be a part of, like, I guess, a higher part of maintenance. So Rick's like, congratulations and everything, but I'm still gonna keep looking for my girl, or whatever, right? And everybody's trying to be like, man, just kind of give it the program. You can come to the city like us. Like you don't gotta keep running away. You already lost the hand. It's like, whatever. I'm gonna be with my girl. And his friend basically kind of makes a like hearing a remark where he's just like, maybe you should become a soldier. That way, I mean, at least you'll be outside. That way, you can, like, if you really want to escape, that'll probably be the perfect opportunity. And if this not like a light bulb moment for Rick, because Rick is like, yeah, next scene, you see Rick done basically accepted the offer to become a soldier. And they give him this, like, this dope, uh, black prosthetic fist that has like the Assassin's Creed blade that can pop out of that bad boy. Yeah, and then you see Rick kind of go through a whole little training montage where he's becoming a soldier for the CRM, and and he's doing it, but he's doing it for the proper opportunity to be able to escape and go to where to try to find Michonne. Uh, so right after like the whole little montage of him basically like becoming a soldier, you see that him, the dude Okafor, like which I guess is like his commanding officer, and then the chick Thorn, who's also become a soldier at the same time that Rick did. That he kind of takes them on like I don't know if it's supposed to be like a little mission or something like that, but it doesn't really turn out to be a mission. It turns out to be the dude's taking them to like almost like a secret area to where they can have like a real conversation and talk. And dude kind of lays out his plan. He basically lets them know that they are both A's. As far as remember the way we were talking about the A and the B thing in The Walking Dead, right? So basically, A's are people who are they're willing to they make stuff happen basically, right? They're willing to question what society is talking about in order to make change and make things go forward. While B's are more docile type people. They just go with the flow. They not trying to ruffle any waves, and they just doing what they need to do in order to get by. So the CRM wants a lot of B type people. That way, it's not messing up anything that like kind of going on with their system. And those are the people they were looking for. Well, Rick, and I don't know how to. I think the dude just vouched for the old girl when she came through. But Rick, they originally thought he was a B. Quickly found out that he was an A. Old boy vouched for him. So the dude was telling him like, "Hey, I vouched for y'all because y'all was A's, and we was really supposed to just murder y'all, and or never pick y'all up in the first place. But I vouched for y'all because I think that if we can put y'all into places of power within the military, like get y'all into places of power within the military, we can change the way the CRM operates for the better, right? Because the CRM out there doing some crazy stuff. We don't like the military's wilding basically, right? The dude think that Rick and the chick Thorn can basically be put in positions of power where they can possibly change stuff because of the type of person they are. They A's. So Thorn, you can see Thorn's kind of eating this up. She's like, okay, like that makes sense. How we can do this? Rick is not. Rick is like, forget this, man. If you wasn't anything, what makes you think that I'm not finna just like dip out on this in the first place? This is crazy. Like you want me to come over here and change the stuff here while my people? Nah, like I'm good on all that, bro. Like I'm just I don't know if I'm be like rocking with that whole this. Cause I'm a free thinker. I'm finna go do what I need to do, put myself above everything else, right? Or put my desires above this other stuff you talking about with the CRM. Well, after they kind of finished talking, old girl kind of talked to him, and she kind of let him know, like, "Hey, you up here kind of questioning stuff or whatever, things like this. This basically like this is kind of our path forward, you know. Like you want to basically kind of go and I guess it's kind of like you trying to go your own way. Maybe like this is the way, and basically don't mess this thing up, right? But she's like she kind of even kind of says like like if you need help you can ask me whatever we can I can help you on stuff. Basically like just like basically we got each other back, but we need to basically do this to move forward because that escaping stuff didn't work. So you think like all right, cool, right? All good. Well, then it shows like a scene where Rick kind of goes and he meets or what he was talking to on the bench, but he meets him in the city. In the city, looking live, bro. They like in the park. You see old boy kind of get up and he's like Rick, and he like go over like, hey Rick, bro, what's up? You know, man. You see that he was on the picnic with his lady, right? So like what's his name? Rick was like, hey, bro. He was like, Rick, how you here? I mean, you're not a citizen. He was like, oh, you must have joined the army. That's because that's the only way you can get here without being a regular citizen, right? Like without basically earning citizenship. It's by joining the army. I guess you can automatically come over to the city because you got to be able to go to the city that you protected. I figure, right? So he's talking to him. Rick was like, he said, so you finally basically like, and he was like, not exactly. I was actually looking to talk to you because I need to know where. And Rick has a map. He's like, I need to know where this tunnel leads. So the dude's like, come on, Rick. And Rick basically was like, look, man, I can't stop. I can't not try to go get my girl. I can't not go get my family, right? I got to get back to him. Like, and dude's like, bro, I can't help you. But if I was I can't help you with that because I'm a citizen now and I ain't even mess this up. But if I was to try to like help or something like that, then I would say that this would actually lead to this maintenance thing, and this would be the code to get through this and all this stuff. So the dude underhandedly kind of give Rick the information, like wink, wink. I get it because I got a girl now, and I understand you want to basically try to get back to her. So Rick is like, cool. So Rick goes on a mission with the CRM people or whatever, like, and like it's a whole squad, they on a mission. And you see all like the people they go in, Rick turns around and is like, look, like as like they going down into the mission, he got his gun and everything out. They go down like the little pathway to I guess wherever they mission, like whatever they got to do on their mission. Rick does a bow face and turns around. Rick got this little backpack. He undoes the backpack and you see it's a Walker dressed up in like CRM gear with his face burnt. Rick dropped that little zombie there. He took off his dog tags. He threw the dog tags on him. And he's like, I'm basically use this as a fake me so they can think that I'm dead and I can go about living my life. So Rick goes to try to like do this and go live his life. And he finds the grate that basically he needs to get in to get to the outside. So he gets the grate up. He's what's the name? You see Walker's over here. So Rick got this grenade because he needs to make this grenade go off to be like, oh, he burnt up and he died. Well, Rick killed a couple of zombies and he's getting ready to what's in his grenade. And he sees a little girl. A live little girl. And he's like, what the? So Rick kind of like, he kills one thing, he kills that thing, and he tried to save this little girl, and he drops the grenade in like in the sewer, which blows up and down there. But he tries to save the girl, and the girl's running towards the walkers. Mind you, the girl's like covered in walker juice, whatever, right? So they not necessarily biting her, but she's running towards the walker. So Rick is trying to get to the thing to try to what's name. Well, then Thorn pops out and Thorn kills the ones that's like in front of the girl, and she saves the girl, whatever, and then she throws Rick his helmet and she's like, call it in. So you realize Thorn done already peeped what Rick was doing, and is like, nah, I'm not gonna let you just bow out of this and head your own way. It don't work like that. And then he's like, what? And what's name? So Rick is like confused, and she's like, trust me, Okafor done told me about your people and what you looking for, and like basically like about Michonne and everything like that. Like it was no way that you was gonna be able to escape because they know about all that already. So when Rick hears this, I guess Rick sees red because he pulls up on Okafor. Like while Okafor is like chilling in the bed, sleep. He pulled up on Okafor and with the knife out, the Assassin's Creed knife out to his neck, and he's like, basically like, how the hell you know about about this, about that? And he's like, and he pulls out like he saw like I guess either pull out or he started quoting one of Rick's letters, whatever that he's trying to get to Michonne. And he's like, Michonne, that sounds like that's a very unique name, and just based off of where you was trying to basically put this letter. It'd be easy as pie to basically go in and find this Michonne lady and basically make it be up for your whole crew, right? So Rick is pissed, and Rick punches this dude. Rick and the dude's not necessarily reacting because he hitting Rick like as Rick hit him, he hit Rick with some information that's pissing Rick off. Rick runs up his foot and kicks this dude in the face. Like American X style, if you ever seen that movie. Kicks this dude in the face, and dude just take it. And he say some other slick stuff. And Rick is like, he basically lets Rick know that you can't go nowhere. Because if you go anywhere, those people that you wasn't, because they can't let the secret or anything out. Those people that you talking about and everything like that, they gonna die. Point blank simple. They gonna die. You can't go nowhere. It is what it is. Well, then the dude kind of gets up because I guess Rick is about to hit him again or something like that. Dude pieced Rick up real quick, and before you know it, got the gun on Rick, and Rick has a knife on the dude, but gonna be knife in this situation. So Rick just drops it, and he was like, and he just walks up to the thing, and like, you might as well just kill me now, because it's like what the hell? You might as well just kill me now. I'm like, this is the only thing I got to live for. So the dude's like, I'm not gonna kill you, and he puts the gun away, and he kind of let Rick know, like, hey, like, you're not the only one that done had to basically do this. You made a choice. And Rick, like, I ain't made no choice. He's like, nah, you made a choice. He said, and the dude tells him, like, he's like, I was there. He's like, I bombed Atlanta. I was on the strike team that bombed LA. And he was like, I guess, like, he had a wife who was, I guess, like, on the same regiment that he was, who wasn't feeling this and was gonna, and he had to kill her. All for the hope of a better future, like, I guess, that the CRM is trying to produce, and he's basically letting Rick know, like, it ain't no ends, it ain't no out of this. This is what it is, right? This is what it is. So Rick leaves there, and he leaves there like, kind of like, basically like this, like, almost like really the struggle, because it's like it's nowhere he can go. He almost have to capitulate, even though everything in his body and soul is telling him that he needs to go out there and find his girl, type thing. Well, then old girl Thorne comes to his place, and she basically, and she talks to him. She kind of have like a little rough heart to heart, where she kind of basically let him know, like, hey, the same thing that you was feeling, me too. I had somebody that when they got it, they found me, whatever, that I left behind, and I want to get back to that person too. But the more and more we doing this, the more and more I'm seeing that we have to, we can't go back to that life, right? We're the ones that's missing from those people's lives. They whatever's going on with them, they have that life over there. We're the ones that are lost. But we're here, and we can basically do what we need to do in order to do whatever we, to basically, like, make this situation better, or make the world better for those said people. And she breaks another glass before she leaves, which I guess is like her thing. So she breaks up the glass when she leaves. So that brings us back to like where we first see Rick, where he has a glass and he has it to his neck like he's about to off himself. But of course he doesn't end up doing it. Like I said, the whole time he's narrating. The whole time he's doing a couple of things. He's having dreams about him and Michonne meeting in a park, and each time it seems like their relationship is getting better and better. And he's in the last dream that he has of him and Michonne. It's like she starts to catch on fire, or whatever, and then it's like it wakes him up. But he's also like I said, narrating, because he's like writing letters to Michonne. So he states like that, basically, like, this is the last letter I'm writing to you. I love you. I always love you and everything like that. But I'm realizing basically I'm not going to be able to get back to you. I'm going to have to walk this path that's been set forth to me. So he resolves himself that he's not going to be able to make it back. And he's going to basically focus on getting in the inner circle of the CRM in order to change the CRM as a whole, right? So you see like almost like a quick montage where it's like he's going through the motions of becoming like a leader amongst the soldiers in the CRM. Well, then it shoots you to a scene where I guess he's like I don't know if he's like on a run, but he's with Okafor, his captain, right? And he's with other people, and he's flying a helicopter. And I don't know why they let a one-armed man fly a helicopter, but it is Rick Grimes, so I mean he can do whatever, right? Rick Grimes is basically Chuck Norris at this point. There's nothing he can't do. But he's flying the helicopter, and the dude Okafor is like, basically, like, you quiet, And he's like, basically it ain't been like a lot of chat out of you like lately, whatever. So Rick was just like, I want, like, he basically tells the dude, like, I'm on board. You know, if this is what we're doing, I'm on board. We'll rock with it, whatever. So the dude Okafor is like, yeah, basically I'm like, you know, this will work. This is what it is. And he's like, I don't know how it's gonna work out, but basically this is what we need to basically do to try, whatever. As he's giving this speech, the helicopter get pierced and an object goes into Okafor's chest. And after the second time, I'm realizing it was like almost like a rocket launcher or something that's basically lodged in his chest, because Okafor explodes. And I mean, guts and everything go over everybody in the helicopter. So when this happened, Rick is like, basically like, Okafor's KIA, we've been hit, and he's flying the helicopter. The back of the helicopter get hit with another blast. So they going down. So Rick is calling out, well, we're going down. We're at this place. You know, we're under attack. We're taking fire. Helicopter crash. So Rick and like roughly 3 other CRM soldiers crash at the helicopter. Well, Rick kicks his way out, and the soldiers kick out. They grab their guns and they run out, and they taking fire. So they kind of return fire that way. Well, they're going, and then you see another blast hit right by Rick and the soldiers. So it basically throws him out. So Rick has hit the ground. He's rolling, and and when they got because they put their mask on, right? So they got their CRM whole uniform on. So then you see like a silhouette behind Rick as Rick is trying to recover. You see a silhouette come in. It has a sword, and it stabs one of the CRM soldiers. Then it goes to the other one and stabs this one. And then it goes to try to get Rick, and Rick is reaching for the gun, so he grabs the gun and he turns it and he kicks the gun. The person with the sword kicks the gun away, and then the sword comes at it, and Rick catches it with his with his false arm, whatever. And then you realize like this is Michonne, and she grabs the blade, like she kind of pushes him out. She grabs the blade, she puts it to his neck, and she rips off his face, and they see each other, and you could tell like it's like oh. Because for Rick, it's like, this is everything that I've always wanted, but I didn't think I was going to get it anymore. And for Michonne, it's like they both see each other, and then it goes off. It stops right there with that cliffhanger, and it was awesome. Not just the thing as a whole. It was awesome. It was, I would say it's a return to form for The Walking Dead, and I'm super excited about just kind of seeing where this season is gonna go. Just some final thoughts. I like the direction. I like how they did the first episode. I had fears that the first episode was gonna be weak as far as in the 6 episode set, just because I was like, how do you tell all the things that's happened without making it I guess just like overkill, you know, it's just like not overkill, but just like, oh, Rick has just been in chains for 5 years. You know, it's like, how do you do it? But I think they did a really good way of basically showcasing Rick's struggle of having to be separated. And then just kind of the ending because what I thought that was going to happen just throughout the season, I thought we was going to have multiple episodes of this is Rick's side of things, this is Michonne's side of things, this is Rick's side of things, this is Michonne's side of things, all the way till we get to the end and then they finally meet up. I thought it was gonna hit something like that. But no. We making contact in the first episode, and I'm realizing this is gonna be a good season. So for the first episode, just because I don't want to say it's perfect, because I ain't seen was posted, I'm gonna give it a strong 9, y'all. Strong 9 out of 10. If you're doing it out of 10 scale, a strong 9. Maybe on second watch through, it might even be a 10, you know? But strong 9 for sure, as of right now. If you want me to continue to review The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live, which I plan on doing it because I actually really like the series, and I always want to do like a review and just kind of a synopsis for different things like this. Then just, hit me in the comments or just tell me what you thought of the actual episode, and just anything that I might have missed that you think you should add me in the comments. And because I like to, this is my show, y'all. Like, I like to talk about it. But without further ado, I'll see y'all in the next video. Until then, deuces.